Welcome to Harpy Stitch. I'm Amy. If you are new, so glad you're here. If you've come back, great to see you again. This is my Flosstube number 19. It is my 5th Flosstube for the year. I am doing my 51st starts plus magical stitches and fandom, though mostly fandom because for some reason the points make it more, I don't know. I guess I'm more competitive than I thought. I'm here to give you an update about what I've been stitching on. Sorry about the shaky camera. The cat crawled under the tripod and scratched at the couch for a minute. Life is busy as usual, doctor's appointments. So far, the new treatments are not seeming to help my husband, Don, that much, but they said that it would take a few treatments before we could maybe tell. So, crossing my fingers that it actually works. School's been really busy. Night school started back up again. We actually finally got real snow. We got like 7 inches of snow on Saturday. Today is February 9th. It is Sunday. I went to work. I came home. After I ran to the grocery store, so I've got grading to do. I've got my second observation for the school year this week, so I got to prep that stuff. And chores. So I'm hoping to get enough of that done that I can finish up the one challenge for the week that I haven't done yet. So let's get to the stitching. I did want to mention, because last time I meant to say this last time, but I forgot because I haven't been writing notes. I actually pulled out my notebook so I would remember to say the things I wanted to say. In January, I did 11,292 and a half stitches. So not too bad with working full-time in a part-time job again. We've got President's Day off, so I'm crossing my fingers that I'll get to do some extra stitching that day. There's some standardized testing coming up that I don't have to proctor, and I'll be in the hall and hoping that I can either prep stuff for work or stitch while I wait for kids to go to the bathroom. So, hoping. I don't have any shout outs for you guys right now with working so much. I haven't had a lot of time to watch. I have been trying to watch a few people like in the morning, but I just finished setting up a Discord server for my library group because I'm going to transition off of Facebook as much as possible. Only a couple of people from my group I have a group, my library group on Facebook is almost 16,000 people. And so far only a couple of people have migrated, but I just finished setting it up yesterday before work. I've been trying to switch and do some Flosstube in the morning before I go to work. But sometimes I have to pay bills before I go to work or things like that. In fact, I need to check my food subscriptions before the end of today to make sure that I don't get double boxes like I did this week because I forgot to check and didn't cancel one of them. But that's all right. We got 8 days worth of food then. So no shout outs. I haven't been doing any shopping. So let's share what we've got going on with the stitching. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place if I don't religiously follow my notes. But I also know that if I do that, it's kind of stiff and not as much fun. So this is the Boo bookmark. It was one of my new starts. It is from, I'm going to read her name so I can hopefully say it right. Povitrulya. She asked me to do a sample stitch of it and give her a review. She is from the Ukraine, and I got in my 2 days because I'm trying to do 2 days for each new start. And I got my cute little bookmark with a ghost reading a book and a big giant witch's hat. Easy directions, plenty of thread. I have had way much more thread than I needed for the colors that I've got. So I really just have the black and then the rest of the ghost to do and a little bit of back stitching. So then she even included directions and another piece of fabric for you to back the thing. She recommended putting a piece of cardboard in the inside after you stitch up 2 sides. but I think I'm not going to. I don't mind a flexible bookmark, and I think if I put cardboard, it would make it too thick and screw up binding. So I'm going to probably have a soft floppy bookmark. And I don't know what I'll do with it when I'm done. I usually just use Post-it notes for my bookmarks so they don't fall out of the book. And I've been doing a lot of audiobooks, so. But it is super cute. And there we go. I, again, am trying to finish before my husband finishes his morning routine. And so I can get this uploaded. I'm going to try to upload it from my phone today instead of transferring it to the computer and then putting it up on there. I will still probably do the typing part on my tablet instead of trying to do that on the phone, because honestly, I kind of copy and paste all the information about the patterns from one old Flosstube to another. I should just make a Google Doc, and then that would be easier than going back and forth. But I haven't gotten that organized or taken the time to do that. So I should slow down. I am rushing, and I need to not do that. But that's okay. I just get anxious, and then I have so many things I need to do. I try to rush, but I need to slow down to go fast. So I'm going to try that now. Another piece that I worked on, partly because it fits several prompts, including the pop-up for the Year of the Snake, is my Frogwarts Year 5. Hello, Dormer. I am actually pretty close. It fit a prompt with a visible tongue, had a snake in it, had the number 2 or 6, had blue thread. So this is from Black Needle Society. It's on 32 count stonewashed by Seraphim. So I used a toile for the doorway portal there in blue and a black or dark gray. I've got some more of his hand in there. I do think his feet look a little weird, and I know several people did back stitching so you could actually see his toes instead of them just being lumps. I got Nagini finished. I got the name of the spell finished. So since it'll be nice to get this finished, and then I've got to come back in. I've got the footprints by Nautalota Stitches on this because I thought that was adorable and added a little flair. But I have screwed them up so many times, but I would really like to get the ones below 5 in place properly so that make sure I have the right distance between that and Year 6, which starts in June. So I'm hoping to maybe have Year 5 finished. It's so close. I'm hoping to have it finished before Year 6 gets started. And so I'm trying to figure out how I want to finish this. What I think I might do is at Michael's we have, you know, the botanical science looking hangings where it's, you know, got the bar up here and the bar down here, and it's got the rope to hold it. We have some frames like that you can put stuff in that are held by magnets, and I'm wondering if I could do some sort of hanging like this with a few of my pieces instead of framing them, kind of like where it has a hard bottom and a hard top, but I'm not sure the magnets are strong enough once you hem the fabric. But I might experiment with my mounted butterfly wall. It's nice and small, and the fabric's so pretty, I don't really want to cover up a bunch of the edges. So if I hemmed that up nicely so that it wouldn't fray, and then did it around the bottom, I might try that with that one because it's small. I have a feeling this might be too heavy once it's fully done, but I think that would be a cool finish, so I might try that out. So that is my progress on Frogwarts. Rare Horror Flies. So I'm kind of using this. There's a Stitch Along task in Fandom this year, and if you finish a section of the Stitch Along, there's a finish bonus, and it can be either fully a finished product or part of a Stitch Along. And I finished, look at these guys, look at the babies. I finished the part 5 of Rare Horror Flies, and now I've moved up to part 6, so I've got this in, and then there'll be 2 little butterfly things here. There'll be another leaf here and then 2 here. And up here will be the emperor, the daddy butterfly, horrorfly thing. And then I am going to go, she put out a key that goes at the bottom, and there'll be little numbers next to each one, just like in an old science drawing book. And I'm going to add that in at the very end. But they are so cute. I really like the turquoise wings on this guy. So I am so excited that I finished another part. And it stitches up so quick. I often, if I don't have any grading to do, I'll take this to night school with me, or we have Tiger Time where kids get to choose what they want, and I'll take this with me because it's easy to see. It's 14 count. There's not too dark. It's by Noctifloradesigns. I almost forgot to mention that. And it is on, this fabric is by Witch's Garden Crafts. It's hand dyed. So, oh, excuse me, it's 18 count, but it's easy to see. So, I love it, and I cannot wait to finish it. I might try the hanging thing with that one as well. I also worked on not Rare Horror Flies. That's the one I just showed you. I also worked on Deadly Aquarium. It was another Sal by Lola. I started this on my birthday last year. I am not going to finish it by my birthday this year. It is on 32 count Sequoia by Atomic Ranch. I had already finished Exhibit 1. I've got the pufferfish from Exhibit 2, and I got a lot of the seaweed done since you saw it last. So it is looking very lovely. I am looking forward to making more progress on this as I do on all of my projects. But I really like the way this looks on here, and I'm definitely framing this one. I don't know if you can hear the little noises my cat's making. He's got the zips, the runs, the whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Oh, I almost forgot to pull out. I did forget to pull out one thing. Give me just a second. All right, I got it. Another thing I've been working on a lot this week is Dancing in the Moonlight by Praiseworthy Stitches. It is on 36 count Mystic by Picture This Plus. I'm doing it 2/2. Ooh, actually the blue is showing up quite lovely. Sorry about the hanging thread. I was working on the raven up here. I finished a kitty cat, and I finished this ghost, and a lot of the branches and some of these stars. So I got like over 400 stitches in on it this week. It fits several prompts. And up here will be Boo-hoo in beautiful purple. I have to find, there's a spider web down here. Oh, there he is. Spider web here. I have to find the silver thread I bought for that before I can go on. And I thought I'd lost my curry, but I found it. It was actually misplaced in my Halloween storybook project. I'm not sure how it got there. I'm guessing that the cat knocked it down and had already put this up. And so I just threw it in the first bag that I had and it was out. But I put it back in the right bag today because I actually pulled that out to work on it. So it's looking beautiful, and oh, I love this fabric. It's so pretty. So this is, I'm going to say this is Chalks by Week Dye Works. And for most of this, I am following the rule of, with variegated thread, that you do 1 X at a time. But the chalk, the variegation is so nil, like you can't even tell it's variegated. I'm just stitching it normal because it doesn't really matter with that. I did do, instead of going straight across with the kitty, I kind of did part of his butt, then came up in the tail, came down to his legs, and then kind of outlined his head and scooched around. So I got little patches instead of stripes, which I really like. I'm not always, I haven't gotten enough confidence to really play around with how I do variegated thread, and I really don't like to waste thread, so jumping around to me feels wasteful, it's pricey. I want to use most of it, you know. I've been concerned that I won't have enough of the grapevine to finish the tree, but with the amount of just the little straggly branches I have, I think I'll be good. It'll be close, but I don't think I'm actually playing. I don't think I'm actually playing floss chicken. I think it'll be sufficient. And then I have in this corner, I still have the rest of the fence to do. The back stitching, I'll have stuff to add. But it's actually so close to being done. I should just finish it. I'm sure other prompts will help me finish it, but I am really close. I would say it's probably 80% done. I am not sure what I'm going to do with the pattern when I'm done because I didn't make a working copy because I was so excited. So I've been highlighting. I've taken good care of it, but it does have highlighter on it. And new copiers, you have to adjust it so the highlighter doesn't show up now. Remember when copiers, you could just copy something and you could write master if you needed copies of something over and over with highlighter, and then the highlighter wouldn't show up. The ones at work show it up unless it shows up unless you adjust. So that doesn't work as easy. So then I have, I did not originally plan to show this because this is my last prompt for the week. But I did a little bit on it before work today. And this is Storybook Halloween by Stitchonomy. It's just on Oatmeal Ada, 14 count. It is from 2021. And I finally found the color that I hadn't been. That's one reason I hadn't worked on it. I finished this little scarecrow guy. I'm working on the house. I already have Pennywise, Dracula's mouth, and then this will be a death head moth. And this is each of these blocks, and then it'll look like a book. And I chose the book that says All Hallows Eve, and it says 2021, but I don't know if I want to put 2021 because that's when the sale was, or if I want to put the year that I finish it. So we'll see where I end up with that. But this one's super fast. I don't know why. I mean, I know part of it is because all three of these needed this 976 and I didn't have any in it. And at the time, I think that color was in other projects and I went to look for it last night and it was actually back in my master sets. So there's this one. So I don't know what I'll do with this when I finish it either. So we'll see. That's the thing, is I'm more about finding things I love and stitching them rather than necessarily wanting to make them finished. Although my husband did point out, he's like, we have all these things you finished and there's nothing on the walls because you never fully finish them. And I'm like, I'm working on that. So that is one of my goals, is to get several things fully finished. Now, I do have one new start. This is my last start that was planned for February. Most of them I did at the end of January because they fit prompts, and I was like, what the heck? They're ready to go. So it is a kit from World of Cross Stitching. It will turn into a card when I am all done. Here is the image. It was adapted to Cross Stitch by Fiona Baker. So super cute little hedgehog dude. And I did this last night and I got about 200 stitches in. So I did all the peaches. Ooh. And his white little belly, and that got me about 200. So there is the last of my stitching for the week. I haven't started on my whip goes for this month yet. I will probably do at least one day for one of them on the 17th when I don't have work, although that might change. Actually, I probably won't do it on the 17th. That's a Monday, so I've gotten my new challenges for the week, so I'll probably focus on doing those challenges, and then I try to get all my challenges done so I have Sunday to do my whip goes. It didn't work out this week that way, but that's okay. I got my monthly challenges set up in Facebook for Magical Stitches. Fandom is kind of transitioning to Discord. And it's kind of nice because on Discord, when you make a post, it saves your post for you and kind of like bookmarks it, so it's always there for you. And what you do is, because you can't add photos to comments once you've submitted them, you just wait until you've got your start photo and your finish photo, and then you post the prompt and both your photos at the same time, which in some ways to me seems less time consuming and a little bit easier. So that's really nice. But some of the prompts are still on Facebook. It's going to be a while before I get all the way off Facebook, just because I've got some groups that's the only way. It'll definitely be after Frogwarts. And so I'm excited for all the all the stitching I'm doing. If you are working on any of the projects I am, please let me know. If you have any tips for them, that would be great. If you have any floss tubers that you think are awesome, please let me know. I do most of my floss tube viewing either when school's out or during the summer. But I do like having a big list, even though sometimes it's a bit overwhelming to try to feel like I need to watch all of them. But I just go back and forth between binging one person and then jumping around. I am very excited because Cinematic Stitches watched 100 Beavers, which is a film that my husband loves, and it's a very weird, wacky, Looney Tunes-esque thing with real people. What did we watch? We watched Moana 2. It was okay. I was really disappointed. I thought the songs weren't very good. And yeah, The Rock should not sing. They even tried blending his voice with somebody else's, and it was not good. But, you know, if kids like it, it's whatever. But was not for me, for sure. So I'm just going to be stitching my life away for the next week again on different prompts. I haven't seen what next week's prompts are yet. So we will see. And I say a lot. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going back and editing this yet. I'm not ready for that. I think I need to get to my spring break. At the first week of March is spring break, yay! Or, excuse me, midwinter break, because it's not spring in Minnesota yet. So I will just, if you have any suggestions for floss tubers, as I said, please let me know. If you have any questions, comments, please like and subscribe. I am going to go write up my pre-observation for my observation this week, grade some papers, do some laundry, clean up the bathrooms a bit. Very exciting Sunday. We won't be watching the Super Bowl. We're not football people. Sometimes we watch it just to kind of be part of the United States community, but we're not doing that this year. I'm hoping, I haven't heard, but I'm hoping that maybe we get to hang out with our kid tonight. We never played Deadlands on Superb Owl Sunday. So, I'm hoping we hang out with the kiddo to watch a movie and maybe the son-in-law. Last week we introduced the son-in-law to Cannibal the Musical. If you are a fan of South Park, you might know about that one. It was what they did before South Park. So if you want something insane and crazy to watch and really funny and really bad special effects because it was super low budget, check that out as well. We finished listening to the first Dungeon Crawler Carl book yesterday. I am loving it so far. And then while we were making dinner, we started the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book. Carl's Doomsday Scenario, and I'm enjoying that so far. That's going to be kind of like what we do if my husband wants to play video games and everything, and then we'll listen to that while he plays video games. So I hope you're having a good day. Enjoy your stitching this week. May today be kinder to you than yesterday, and tomorrow be kinder to you than today. Talk to you later. Bye.